Got ourselves Team 1 together with Fury Flame. We got Alex on the team. Neff. We got ourselves Shamans. We got Savage. Gonna be first up versus Nelly off the bat. Oh, Nelly. Trying to go over the Disintegrate into Eternity Surge off the bat. Able to bust right through that Shield Advantage fairly quickly. But the Dragon is kind of lowish on health. Looking for a bit of recovery. Manian more defenses. Not doing all that good. Trying to go for big mastery. No trick out of this one. I think it's just over. Savage. Oh, does end up slamming through the Dragon. Just all the damage, all ramped up and ready to go. For Nelly, I think the only thing he could have done, maybe, they did have Renewing Blaze to help him reheal a little bit, but I think like a pre-wall or something would have definitely been huge for them. Those did quite a bit of damage up until that point, though. Fast are going to be up next versus Savage, trying to see if he can charge out towards the Warlock. Still had Crusade Wings for a little bit longer. Probably should have just kept rolling in with the Crusader Wings, honestly. Stun onto the Savage with full set of pets. Big Tyrant joining in. Mad damage does himself Spell Warden. As long as some of these pets can deal with physical damage, the Savage is protected against Tyrant damage, but the Wrathguard, double Demon Doggers, all that is still able to just keep trucking on and on and on. As Fassel looking for a bit of a reset of his own. Got himself all the pets still surrounding the Savage. Needs to send out Demon Doggers as soon as possible. You just keep building yourself resources, letting the army do work. As Savage is just out there dealing with the army. Fassel is fairly healthy right now. Stun to follow as Fassel does dip under the pillar. Does he have himself maybe the Obelisk? Because if you have all these pets and an obby, Savage just has to deal with all that. Look, just all that army of demons pressured by itself is actually putting pressure onto the Paladin. Like, Fassel doesn't really even need to be in combat in order to contribute here. Just letting the pets do all the work. Does himself the obby. Savage may want to check it out fairly quickly. He'll go down to join back in. Does have a bubble for this one. Perfect opportunity for him to maybe land up to kind of a play. Fassel jumping under the bridge, hoping to maybe go for probably a port. Got himself even more pets. The pets, all the demons do have to find a way downstairs though in order to catch up to Savage. Like the Felguard did not have an angle there, and neither did the Imps until he was able to reposition that way. Blind to follow. Savage looking for a bit of reset. Does himself a lay on hands as the last bastion of defense. That's all he's really got. That's his one plan B. Has himself the Crusade Wings though. So if you can ramp him up fast enough, Crusade Wings could let you win the game right now. Even through Fassel's wall. Fassel does have himself Tyrant. He does have a fellow coming back up very, very soon. He definitely needs to make a play right now. Trying to get a Tyrant that's going to really allow for a big clash in the middle. Savage got a limited time. He's got left in order to be able to live it. May just want to commit all the damage, all the aggression to Fassel. Otherwise, I don't think he's going to be able to win this one if he ends up playing it super passively. Trying to see if he can avoid the Tyrant as best as possible. But all these pets are definitely not giving you a break whatsoever. That's going to be a stun to follow. Fassel does himself a defensive. Savage right now just doesn't really have much left. Was able to live the Tyrant, but does he have himself a kill potential here? Wings are gone. Maybe he can go for last hit. No, wait, actually, no. Lay on Hands doesn't even have Lay on Hands. Never mind. For some reason, I thought he had Lay on Hands still left, but he doesn't. Spell Warden's not coming back up. No, not for quite a bit. Fassel just trying to see if he can chip away the guy. Savage is at least able to live for at least quite a bit. He was stunned. There he goes. At least he was able to survive for a good while. With Fury Flame going to be up next. Blasted to Fassel, not giving him much of a chance. The man ports out immediately. Because if you lasted a little bit longer with the guy, if you were just in the arena for too long, it would have just been over. Charging back in into a, what looks like a stun onto Fury Flame. Doesn't have taken out Fassel with an execute at the end there. My goodness. Bonsomdi going to be up next. Trying to see if he can get himself a proper go versus Fury. Did he pick up the eyes? He did pick up the eyes. He knows where the rogue is at. Stun. He's going to be able to go for a trinket into a Stormbolt. Evasion trinket out of the rogue. The Bonsomdi got himself very defense available. Fury is very limited on what he can do in terms of healing. Back it up out of there. Leap it away. Just try to see if he can get away from the rogue as the rogue goes in for a vanished reset. If you got the second wind, you might be okay. Does the rogue have a rupture on you? He might. It looks like he does have some kind of a dot on you. Some kind of a rupture or something. If you have a second wind, that would be super helpful right now. I don't know if you do though. Almost whirlwinds the rogue out in the open. Does Zerka rage that sap immediately though? Maybe he has a chance. He does have a defensive, so at least there's that. The rogue no longer has a trinket. Gouge, Kidney, could go for defensive. I think he's expecting the secret technique to do a lot of damage. Maybe charge around the corner, try to go for a bleed onto the rogue. I think was able to connect. I think was able to hit him. The Cloak of Shadows, I think, to remove the bleed. Yeah, double lead by Fury Flame. I think he's still got a rupture on him, isn't he? Maybe that's what Bonsomdi is going to do. At least he's going to go for hit and runs, get a couple of Shadow Strikes, a couple of Eviscerates, but he's always going to leave Fury Flame with a long rupture just to make sure there's at least some kind of a damage over time, keeping him away from being able to heal properly. Into almost a Zerka's Rage there. Fusion Shot, I think it's over. Yeah, Bonsomdi with a bleed strat was actually the play. That was exactly how you want to do it. deny the warrior 80-second wind healing, and he's done. Nalix out in the open. Eyes, I think only one available on the far side of the arena. But the rogue, he's nowhere near it actually. If Nalix just went in for the eyes, Bonsabdi would have actually been a little bit out of position. Sap, maybe random Zerkers. I don't know if you have any AoE you could use in that situation. Get a shot to follow. Does have a trigger for this one. Parry up immediately. Cheap shot right after Bonsabdi. Right now he's in a good spot. Trying to see if he can go for a juke. Does get himself a juke. Does Nalix chase with a leap? He might be able to. He leaps. Gets him back into combat. Could go for a blind. Stun onto Bonsabdi. Right now, the only thing Nalix can really hope for is maybe a Blaze Storm into a blind. Maybe the rogue will make the wrong play there. Fear to follow off of that evasion. Doesn't break it out of the fear with his undead ratio. So actually the rogue no longer has to trick it either. Stun onto Nalix. Full burst. Got himself mad. Eviscerates back to back. I don't think it was a secret technique either. Does summon to Nalix. Does he have anything to follow? He needs someone right now. Stun onto the rogue. It's very, very short. Does have a bleed. Maybe someone else will follow up. Trying to at least give the guy fully bled up, but everything. Zerkers out of that gouge into a Stormbolt does nothing because the guy is super DR'd at this point, blind as he charges in. And right now, Nalix does not have an answer. I think the only thing he could have done is maybe a hope for a Blaze Storm as you pop your burst. I think it was a Kindle shot. At least you popped in a defensive stance. Maybe it's enough. It looks like the rogue does not play secret techniques, so eviscerates are not enough to break past the defenses completely. But it gives Nalix an opportunity to at least have a go. Oh, almost got the rogue cracked down there for a second. That was huge. Almost had him. That was so close, but not quite enough. My goodness. And Neff is going to be up next. Charging out of the rogue, does not want to waste any time, does walk past him with a blade, or glaive rather, as well as an immolation aura. Kid shot by the rogue. Does the Demon Hunter go for anything? Mad eviscerates for the rogue. The trinket out of this one. That's going to be a knife and trying to see if he can fly into the air with a raid for above, but being under a bridge does not put him in a great spot whatsoever. Definitely needs some kind of an answer versus Bonsabdi. Does not have a trinket anymore, so he's kind of out of position, out of options. Doesn't at least get the rogue in combat, but if he has a kidney shot, if he has the comp points for it, he might be okay. He had the rogue out in the open for just a second, but didn't capitalize on it. Sees him, kidney shot, I think it's over. I don't know. There's just, unless Bonsabdi just absolutely spending cooldowns, there's nothing that should stop him here. With Sham being the last one left over for the team one. He's got to find a way to fight the Bonsabdi as well as two casters. Essentially what he's got to do is kill Bonsabdi quickly and then play extremely well against the either caster and just trying to make sure none of his kicks get missed. That's about all he's really got in terms of like a chance here. And I don't think Bonsabdi, I mean, if you go pick up the Ice Hook now and find the rogue before the Vanish comes up, maybe you could make a play. Especially since you're playing the Ascendance build. I think honestly you might just have to send, oh! The totem! Wait, the totem actually came into the clutch here. It does get a root onto the rogue. He does try to go for a vanish shadow step. But at least gives Shamtard an opportunity to like get the rogue out, force a vanish. He won't have to deal with that ever again. If you guys pick up the eyes, he won't have to deal with vanish again. The rogue does not have an out anymore. This could be kind of good. Hold on a second. It's gonna be Bonsabdi try to go for a quick gouge on the Sham. Unless the shaman can maybe turn this around right now, has to be very careful. He needs to know the right time to trick it. There is a lot of damage out of this rogue with shadow strikes and eviscerate. Disarm. Sham might just go down. Wait a second. Didn't even matter. It was the rogue's game the entire time. I thought honestly this was going to be an opportunity for Sham to make a big comeback, but the rogue just wanted to get himself yet another kill under the belt. That's a 4-0 for that rogue. No secret technique either. He's an eviscerate build, which is interesting. It seems that that's the play right now. Shadow strikes and eviscerates are enough to do work.